2,000?
2,000 days.
Is that what it is?
You know what I'm saying? Give or take, you know what I'm saying? Couple hours here and there. But you know,
math works out.
You know what I'm saying? What was it? You know what I'm saying? 365, you know what I'm saying? 6, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got a 0 K to 3, you know what I'm saying? 1, you know what I'm saying? K to 3. Yeah, about, you know what I mean? About 20-something hundred. Either way, we are here. And Mercedes still says she's from Fairfield. How old, Graham? How old are we? No, what 30? I know how old we are. How old is she? Do you know?
She's 32.
So nobody has seen, like, none of my partners have seen her. Like, none of y'all went to school with her. Like, she said she's been here since 9.
I'm
like until she was 9 years old, right?
She says she lived here until she was 9.
Okay, so like, how come nobody has a picture? Like, nobody has, like, you know, the play that we did in elementary school, probably like B. Gail Wilson or some stuff like that.
Hold up. Didn't she say she was homeschooled?
On Travis Air Force Base?
She also said she was broke as shit. So niggas don't know her struggle. So don't act like you know her. So all right, my bad.
There you go.
Well, she's Fairfield's folktale. We need to give her a street.
Cause like, I'm gonna tell you, she is homeschooled. Speaking from a homeschool person who can read, Graham.
No. Yeah, right.
Speaking of a homeschool person, like, you don't be mixing up with kids that are around the area.
Hey, yo, yeah.
You don't know them niggas like that.
Hey, but you ain't about to have a homeschool moment with Mercedes where we're talking about our city right now, Ben. So you can shut the hell up.
Nah.
And you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna talk about Fairfield's Beowulf like that, because she ain't nothing like, I ain't never, like, nobody knows who she is. Like, it was just like,
I'm telling you,
we know who she is.
Niggas be flying under the radar.
It's different. It's different, man. Let's
you mean to tell me that nobody was like, yo, that's her?
I listened to that interview and I was like, why? Like, I need a yearbook photo. I need a picture of her in a at church or something. Like, you feel me?
Her at the BX, you know what I mean? Like, if she's like her at the BX, you know what I'm saying, right next to the Popeyes and the Robin Hood sandwich place. Like, yeah, I need one of them.
Because otherwise, she's homeschooled.
Mercedes,
she's not gonna have none of that.
Nah, Mercedes, if you from the field, blood, I need you to post a picture of you in front of the Fairfield sign. You feel me, like this? You feel me, with a spoon in your hand? You feel me? If you from the field, you feel me, like I'm from the field. You feel me? I need you to pull up the Triple H. You know what I'm saying? I need you to, you know what I'm saying? Come cop something. You feel me? I need you to cop a real Fairfield hoodie. You know what I'm saying? I need you to have a real Fairfield hoodie.
Go to Funky Chicken. Go holla at Chauncey.
You know, that's all I'm saying. Mercedes,
I heard about you niggas.
If you say you from Fairfield like that, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If you say you from Fairfield like you say you from Fairfield, I need you to pull up. You feel me? Like, I'm just saying.
I need a picture of the Popeyes on base.
You feel me? Like, what's up? What's up? You gonna be a cast iron? You know what I'm saying? You want to have dinner at the cast iron? You feel me? Y'all talking about?
Like, you ever been to the skating rink, Mercedes? Tell me about that.
Yeah, tell me about the old skating rink. You feel me, on North Texas? You know what I'm talking about? If you really from the field, Mercedes Monet. If you really from the field, like I'm from the field.
It's a very specific, like, podcast, right?
Well, no, it was Fairfield. That's what she said she was from.
She said she was from Fairfield. She was on the Kick Rocks podcast with Evan T. Mac, and she said she was from Fairfield. She said this also on the Stone Cold podcast. And I'm just saying, if you from Fairfield, like you say you from Fairfield, pull up the Triple H. You feel me? Like, why we ain't never had no heme? You feel me? Why I ain't never seen you at George's Liquor? You feel me? I'm just saying, these are questions that I have for you.
Oh my
you ever had Dave's Burgers, Mercedes? You ever been to Dave's?
Yo,
I need like, if you go to Dave's right now, wouldn't they that entire street after you?
Let's go ahead and get the show started. We're doing too much.
I probably say your wish to give me some chicken. If you ain't knowing, love, it's the list.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, people with jobs, people without jobs, middle class, upper class, high class, all that, cats, snakes, chickens, ducks, elderly people, and twerkers, we present to you another episode of the Public Enemies Podcast, the best thing since wrestling. This is episode 297. And this is the 6-year anniversary of this show.
666666666.
And I just want to say congratulations to my guys. I just want to say thank you to all the listeners, Apple, Spotify, everybody that's watching on YouTube that taps into the lives. We really appreciate all of you, because if not for you, this show would not have lasted for this long. I most certainly would not still be doing this. But these guys are definitely a great support system for me, and you guys just tuning into the show, and your continued support has been amazing throughout the entire experience. And I just want to say thank you to you guys, and I just want to say thank you to CJ and Ben for rocking this long as we've been rocking. 6 years, man. And hey guys, guess what?
We did.
Shoot.
We're going to WrestleMania.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we come. We're on the way.
That's gonna be
OTW.
fun. That's gonna be fun. Where's this button at? Where's it?
Oh yeah, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. Yeah, I hope you're ready for the mayhem that we're gonna like. You guys going to Mania? Like this whole little 6 year. Like shout out to the 6 year. Shout out to my man Graham. Like I ain't gonna get into the semantics that I usually do every single year that we do this. I'm just like, yo, man, this podcast saved my life. It was the darkest part of my life. Da-da-da-da. No, not today. I ain't been drinking that much. But shout out my man. You know what I mean? Like he was like, yo, man, come do this. And like, stop playing, man. Like we've been rocking. And Ben has been the perfect additive to this 6 year run. Like he's been here the whole 6 years. So this is your 6 years. It's like it's our 6 years.
Like when y'all brought me in, like it honestly didn't feel like it took. Like I'm not gonna lie, it took a minute to kind of get to gel everything together and to get everything in sync. But once it did, we've been off to the races, and I appreciate you guys for allowing me to be part of this. I know I've told the story a million times, about Graham reaching out to me to run social media, and that's how I got involved with the show. But bringing me in, making me feel included. Having I remember I was just doing we were just doing the show and I was running the socials, and Graham called me and I thought we were doing a show or something like that. He said, "Nah, nigga, I just want to talk to you for a minute, get a sense of everything that's going on with you." And I was like, damn. I was like, I've never never worked with anybody who's actually done that. It's just been we're doing something like that. We're just running through it. We're not trying to connect on a level, but for real, y'all, over these past 3 years that I've been part of the show, y'all have been brothers to me, big brothers to me. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, the type of brothers that we are. We're two devils on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? We're just two devils on your shoulders. The worst brothers that you could have. No, I remember when Graham was like, yo, man, you be down with Big coming on the show? I was like, yeah, nigga.
Okay, guys. Okay. We've had this conversation. We've talked about this. We've talked about this.
And give more the heart-touching moments.
I know. And guess what? When you do that, CJ gets all emotional. He wants to talk about how he feels about how all of it happened together and where we are now. Usually, I would come on here with a little bit more, I don't know.
Decorum?
Yeah, and also a little bit more professionalism. Typically I would try to be a little bit more presentable. I try to shave for you guys or whatever. But god damn, we have been doing this show for some time, and god damn it, we're going to WrestleMania. I just want to feel you know what I'm saying? I'm really in this shit right now. You feel me? We've really been hustling. We've really been working for it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man.
Yo, I'm not gonna let Noel talk about me like that. This man said Lil Ben gonna be like Squidward watching SpongeBob and Patrick out the window. Hey, I'm gonna be at Mania. I just won't be at Wale Mania.
Oh yeah.
What my man M-Man said? He'll say, yo, you just better run if you see y'all. Well, yeah, you better.
Man,
because you've been asking for this Idris, and then now you're getting what you asked for. Merry Christmas, nigga.
Man, those is $342.75.
News. Can we? Shall we?
Yep, go for it.
Real quick. I didn't even load any photos up for this. This is how fast I want to do this real quick. So here's the thing. Reportedly, Matt Hardy's contract is set to expire. This is reported by Fightful Select and among others by the end of this month, scheduled to expire. If not, an extension or an agreement has come to. There was, I guess, some idea that there may be dates added because it was originally scheduled to expire around the same time as Jeff Hardy's contract. But due to injuries and also like rehab and things like that, Jeff has had some time added on. So we'll see where they are with Matt Hardy in coming weeks and his contract with All Elite Wrestling. I also do want to say that the media scrum after Revolution this past weekend, Tony Khan did kind of put the kibosh on the rumor that Ricky Stark's contract had come to an end. So he is still with the company. So whether he's just out taking a leave of absence or they're just not writing him into the show right now, maybe creative has nothing for him. But regardless of, hey, maybe I'm just chilling. You feel me? Like he just recently said that he was at a resort in Arizona or something like that. He spent like the last 4 days just kind of kick back, relaxing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like these people need time off every now and again. You know what I'm saying? So let them chill, let them kick it, let them do their thing. Also, John Cena did an interview with Funny Marco on the Open Thoughts joint. You know what I'm talking about? Very interesting interview. If I do say so myself, if I will say so myself, if I do say so myself. Hey, you guys want to drink some Douce when we're in Philadelphia?
Yes, indeed. What are they smoking in Philadelphia? Y'all smoke Piff? Like, yeah, give me some of your finest Piff that you stole from California anyway. Like, yeah, go grab some of that, and then like, yeah, we're gonna drink some Douce, and then we're gonna, yeah.
I have no comment on the type of weed or how I'm gonna get it. It's gonna be smoked.
Oh yeah, well, I will. It's legal, you know what I mean? But shout out to Funny Marco. Like he met his match.
Wait, weed is legal out there in Philly?
You gotta be legal somewhere, right? If it's legal in New York, it's legal in Philly. It's legal in Pennsylvania.
Is it legal? Is it decriminalized? Or somebody let me know. I mean, I know you can't wear shiesties, so I'm just saying, like,
from like, somebody from like, let us know if I'm saying if we're just gonna be drinking Douce.
Yeah, man. Make sure you guys check out that interview, John Cena, Funny Marco. Very interesting interview, very funny. Also, Funny Marco interviewed Liv Morgan recently, and I'm trying to figure out why. No shade, no hate. I just like what's she doing.
Oh shit, Liv.
I feel like an asshole, but I'm just like I feel like an asshole saying that, but I'm just like maybe he's a deputy. Maybe he's really a fan. The interview didn't really give that off with John Cena that he's really a fan, but like it kind of felt like it was just promotion for the movie. You feel me? Which is cool.
Yeah. And when he did ask questions about wrestling and everything like that, it kind of felt like a generalized question because, like, I guess you feel that way because John Cena is such a big star and everybody kind of like knows and everything like that. So it kind of felt like, you know what I mean? So the Liv Morgan one he might ask the questions about, her whole like getting arrested a couple months ago. I don't know.
Last thing here. CJ, I just want to get your quick thoughts on Tyson and Jake Paul being announced for Netflix.
But quick thoughts. Jake Paul is going to die.
Yeah.
We got question of the week. Like, what we got going on? Like, he's going to die a painful, horrible death. And like, I think this is boxing just letting him like, all right, Jake, you had your fun now. You had your fun, but now we got to send in RoboCop. Like, you got to send in Kratos.
I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. You can expound on P3SPN, but that was the only reason I bring that up, and I feel like it's relevant to what we do here is because this fight is going to be live on Netflix. It's not a pay-per-view thing. If you're subscribed to Netflix, you're going to get this fight. And as Netflix prepares to this upcoming January, take on WWE Raw as a weekly endeavor. See what I did there? I'm interested in what the live programming on Netflix looks like and how it performs. And I don't know exactly the date. I think it's like July something. It is sometime.
July 20th.
There you go. Okay, cool. Is it on the thing right here? Did I? Okay, yeah. Okay, my bad. Okay.
Is it? No, it's not. I think July 20th though. But.
Okay, cool. So July 20th, I will take your word for it. But yeah, Tyson, Jake Paul, that's gonna be on Netflix. So check that out if you guys want to check that out.
He's fighting Goro. It's gonna be like he's gonna feel like he's getting hit by a nigga with 4 hands. For sure.
Yeah, for real. Tyson said he's gonna be 58, 59 by then. So like
it don't matter. You could be 159. Nigga.
Hey, my man said I don't even look at life with age. You feel me? Like I look at myself like just energy. He said you don't introduce yourself and be like, "Hi, my name is Bob. I'm 58." You feel me?
You know who Mike Tyson is, and then we'll move on. Like he's like, remember when Bobby Smurder when he like just like got all that money hella quick, and then like had to do his time, and then like had to like come back. He's like the Bobby Smurder of fucking boxing. Like listen, I do this because like I love it, but I still love to talk to people, and then like I'm in the best place of my mind. You know what I'm saying, like in my life. Like Jake Paul is in trouble. Like this is not Tyron Woodley. This is not it's not you are in trouble. You better be praying.
The last fight Mike Tyson had was with Roy Jones Jr., right?
And my favorite boxer of all time. And guess what Roy Jones did?
Hugged him.
Yeah, he was on his side moonwalking like he was in a Smooth Criminal video, and he did the lean. So like, yeah, good luck,
All right, man. Let's go ahead and move the conversation forward here this evening. Do we have a sound effect that can like push us through like segments? Like,
there we go. There we go.
Hedgehog, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog.
I want to ask you guys before we get too deep off into the conversation of AEW Dynamite. They did debut new logos, new graphics, new theme song, new stage. So what do you guys think? And chat chime in with your thoughts on AEW's new design, look, the feel, even the idea of the throwback tunnels being involved here. Ben, what do you think? I'll throw to you first, since we ran to Jizzle first on the last topic.
I'm not, the lights and everything in the neon, it's cool, but I'm more so hyped about them like bringing back the tunnels. That was what it was for me, like the good guy tunnels and the bad guy tunnels. I love that, and I mean, like taking it in a new direction, always refreshing, putting a new fresh coat of paint on it. It never hurts. I know a lot of people were like upset that they changed the theme song because like the Light the Fuse theme song had been like a staple for everybody for so long. But I mean, like I remember a time where Raw was changing their theme song like every other year. You'll get used to it. It's cool.
Raw doesn't even like have a theme song right now, right? They just do it.
Bro, it's a generic. The last 3 theme songs have been generic, like white rap. The last 4. The last 4 have been generic, like white rap.
Right,
it was white rap, right? It was NF
right there. And then good white rap, no G-Eazy, no nothing.
No black cuz that did greatness. This feels like greatness. That's it's funny. I wanted to interview him, and I was like, "Yo, guys, I'm gonna reach out to bruh that did the Raw theme song." And then something just told me hit Google, interview, and somebody at Fightful already did it, and I was like, "Oh, well, there's that."
He got to battle you to interview with us. Like, if he can't beat you in a battle, then like, hey,
no offense, but there's nothing else that I wanted to talk to him about. So, but yeah, back to AEW, because this, like Ben said, he was excited about the throwback tunnels. Jizzle, what did you think?
I mean, I'm never against somebody just kind of like trying to give like a new little spin to what you got going on that's working. Like what Ben said, like I like the bringing the tunnels back, because now you can let your fucking brain run around like, oh my God, is he a heel? Is he a failure? Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, whatever. But like the fresh, like, because everybody has used like an old report and then just like added some shit to it and then used it for another year and then it's worked. So like I'm with it. You know what I mean? Like ain't nothing wrong with like adding like a little pain. You still gotta watch, motherfucker. So like yeah, we want to try something different. So I'm with that. Like I liked it. I didn't mind it. Like I didn't listen to the fucking theme song anyway. I'm here to watch the wrestling. Like you wrestling fans be doing, right? You don't care about the theme songs or the presentation, right? It's about the wrestling. So I'm here for the wrestling.
Real grabs. Well, speaking of the real grabs and real wrestling, they did announce a new pay-per-view. AEW Dynasty is going to be taking place April 21st. That's a Sunday. I believe that's going to be in St. Louis. So it looks like adding more and more events here, peppered in to the Go ahead, Ben.
Me in St. Louis.
Yeah, man, they got to get Nelly involved.
Like you can't be adding more pay-per-views to your schedule and all them shits end at midnight. I am tired, bro. I was tapped in for Sting's last match and everything like that. But y'all got to give me some grace, man.
Friday. Listen, we talked about this. Friday pay-per-views on the way. AEW. This is the only thing that you're gonna have to pay us for. Like, just do Friday pay-per-views now, dog. Like that might be the way to go because these Sunday ones starting at 5 and ended at Monday. It's like a quinceañera. You know what I mean? Like, come on, cuz. Like, we ain't got time for this shit. Like, but we've been drinking all night, blood. Like, it's fucking 11:20.
Yeah, man.
We got some more false finishes. Like, nah, keep it.
What they did here on Dynamite last night, you know what's funny? They started off the show saying it's a new era, new season of AEW Dynamite, and I recently saw some people having the conversation of if this is the new season of AEW, would that make Revolution AEW's WrestleMania?
No,
and I've seen it be double or nothing. I've seen people say that it's all in now, of course, because of the stadium show and the grandiose nature of it. I've seen people say that it's all out. Ben, what do you think?
I think like the whole season premiere thing, it don't matter, bro. I remember Raw did like a season premiere in the middle of October, and none of the big 4 pay-per-views are out there. They just say this shit. Like they're like, "Oh, this is season premiere." They can virtually say that whenever they want.
I think they say that every October now, though.
No, but like we know, like listen, AEW's groundwork, the genesis was all in. So like all in and all out. Like, listen, I ain't never heard of a Revolution being in Wembley Stadium. So you know what you're like. Listen, if you want to call if you want to call it your season, like you can call it a season premiere where you change your music and your fucking and your fucking like themes and stuff. Like, so you can call it a season premiere where you do that shit. But like you ain't gotta think too much into it, like because like you don't really care. Like they call Raw season premieres, like they have a brand split in the other part of wrestling. So like it don't really matter, cause like you can call it whatever you want. So
that's a good point.
Like I don't mind it.
Meth in the comments here says the season premiere has always just been a ratings ploy. Yeah, I can agree with that. So it doesn't really matter. Just a kind of like a trope. But looking forward to Dynasty, and let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of Dynamite here. Looks like there may or may not be a continuation of Swerve and Samoa Joe going forward. Swerve came out there and pretty much cut a babyface promo, saying that he kind of, let the people down, and he promises that he's going to become AEW champion. Samoa Joe came out there taunting him, waving the title in his face, letting him know that this might be Swerve's house, but Swerve's house exists in his world. Somebody cue the Jeff Jarrett music. Yeah, man. So this kind of went off into like a whole WWE kind of like thing as far as like, I'm going to come out here, cut a promo, you're going to come out here and interrupt me, and then the real bad guys are going to come out here and say, oh, well, you know what our plan is? Here it is. And, Adam Cole, Undisputed Kingdom, came out there and said, hey, we're taking over. We got all the gold now. We're going to add more gold. They announced that Wardlow will be taking on Samoa Joe next week at Big Business. That's, of course, coming out of Revolution. He won that All-Star Scramble match and earned that #1 contendership. So there you go. You've got your main event for Big Business next week in Boston. Yeah. And then they basically turned that into a tag match with Taven and Bennett going in there against Swerve and Samoa Joe in a can they coexist type moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. They Swerve pretty much handled the whole match by himself, and they pretty much made Undisputed Kingdom look like suckers. And
yo, nigga just won the whole belt from the longest reigning champion in wrestling.
Yeah. I thought something was interesting here was the idea that Wardlow won that match. Wardlow cut that promo like a couple of weeks ago that everybody was super excited about and said that he really, kind of broke through on the microphone and, had a good segment that kind of put him over. You know what I'm saying? Of course.
Nah.
But they didn't give Wardlow any microphone time here. They didn't give it was just like stand there, look menacing, let Adam Cole do all the talking.
But Adam Cole is there, cuh. I want to hear another from Wardlow. Good job.
I didn't want to hear from him when he did that promo a couple weeks ago. Like, y'all niggas was on here praising. Look at him talking. Nah, bro. All I saw was a bunch of cliches and shit. And I like Wardlow too, but the shit, nah. You got let Adam Cole talk.
I was definitely in the mode of yo, man, look at Wardlow finally not looking like a fucking mindless machine and saying some regular shit that regular niggas say all the fucking time. Yeah. I'm oh well, okay.
Nah. I want to ask questions. Regular nigga to regular nigga. Do you often say when the smoke settles or the dust clears? Do you say that?
No.
Do you say that? Do you often?
No.
Okay, all right. That's not no regular nigga shit. My bad.
I don't. Yeah,
I thought we was regular niggas. I thought he was a regular nigga too.
Nigga. I don't speak in Metallica lyrics. So I mean, but that's but that's what you wanted to give him. He was just looking like one of the dudes that was just talking, just he was he was literally traveling down that Roman Reigns path over there before there was hold on. MJF is with Adam Cole now. Wardlow would chill out. He was they were going to make him that dude, and then I think what happened was probably the best for him, and he's going to appreciate it more in the long run. But yeah, it was the same shit. So yeah, you're right. My bad.
They also did a thing here where since we're talking about what they did with that segment, I want to transition and shift over to Darby Allin and Jay White are also going to be having a match next week on AEW Big Business. And they kind of built this match around the idea that Darby Allin is beat up following the Revolution thing. And Jay White basically said, hey, look at you. You look like trash. I don't really want to sleep you like that. You feel me? You could breathe with the switchblade. That's cool and well and good. But here's a better idea. Why don't you forfeit the match, come back, kick it with us. You could join the Bullet Club Gold. You know what I'm saying? We'll have some drinks. We'll kick it. You know what I'm saying? We'll do the damn thing. He said, hey, you can even scissor Billy Gunn.
Crazy.
That's disgusting. Pause.
Crazy.
Darby said, Darby said, you ain't him. We finna have this match. And he also mentioned that this is his last match before he goes off to climb Mount Everest. And there's no guarantee that he'll come back from that alive.
But you ain't got no contract built in. What's the NFL contract with it? They won't let niggas ride motorcycles and shit or horses and shit. Do you think that he needs one of them? You're going where, my nigga?
Yeah, man.
Why? Because you know what I'm saying, I got nothing else to do.
Hey, can I say that Switchblade was making points during that promo? Because he really was. He was like, why would you dive off the ladder, go through a sheet of glass, and now Sting got to defend himself because you looking like a dickhead doing some dumb shit you had no business doing in the first place. That was a valid point, extremely valid point. Because it's because I said that when I was watching. I'm like, you diving, you hitting the pane of glass. Now you lay down on the floor. Sting got to defend himself by himself. What was to be accomplished by this? You look dumb.
And Jeff Hardy never did no goofy shit like that when he was running around with Matt and like ladder matches and shit. No, he was like, but like when he like the only time I seen him sacrifice himself to hurt somebody was because that nigga Matt was like, yo, kill this nigga Edge at WrestleMania 27. Because we gonna be at WrestleMania. He was like, yo, just jump on that nigga. Fuck him. Like, nigga, we here, cuz you back. Like, that's the only time. But just like, yo, man. Like, as soon as he jumped off the shit and then like his whole, like the entire vicinity of his back just started bleeding, I was like, all right, cuz. Okay, now I get it.
So do we think
right?
We saying that Darby was doing too much with that spot? What do y'all think? Y'all think he did too much? Yeah or no?
Yeah, he was doing too much. Like, nigga, like you going through a sheet of glass. It's not like a table or anything else like that where you kind of break your fall and you kind of absorb it. Like a pane of glass. I want you guys to know something. When you like step on glass, you get any glass or like particles or fibers like into your skin, that shit can sit in there for years and feel like splinters for years. Not only that, when he came down off of and he dove onto the sheet of glass, shards shot up to the audience. You can see their members of the audience like getting the glass off of them. That's a lawsuit, bro.
You think
that's a lawsuit waiting to happen?
I
don't know if it like
Crimea River, Ben.
If it was, yo, chill. Did sugar glass cut you up that bad?
No, I'm saying, like, listen, a whole door got thrown at a nigga by Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear nothing about that. Like, that
dumb nigga who did that shit, he threw the door at him. They were like, "Yo, you want to walk backstage and meet the wrestlers?" And they avoided a lawsuit that way. But that right there, I think they I saw like there was a picture that AEW had on the Tron where they're like, basically, if anything happens to you during this show, that's on you. Like, if you see somebody diving towards you, move the fuck out the way. They're like, yo, if you see piss coming, move. Like,
I just get out the way. He said, I'll just get out the way. See, I told you. Yo, got one of those. You know what I'm saying?
That was good. I mean, regardless if it's real glass or not, I think they said that he had to get like 12 stitches. The visual of it.
12?
Yeah.
For that?
That's it.
Cause I was listen, I love the I was with the spot. It was just like once his whole back started bleeding, I was like,
that shit looked crazy. The visual of it was fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, this nigga's a beast.
Look, you like Stone Cold bleeding in the sharpshooter? Guess what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit was crazy.
Shout out to Frantic World. Frantic World said, I heard some people were taking some of the glass from the tag match. Yeah, they're keeping it as souvenirs of Sting's last match.
Trying to sell
and that shit is cool.
eBay.
Yo, so you don't have to go out and get a real fucking job.
I told this
nigga. We had a whole conversation on the show about this.
I told this nigga,
but
he don't care about us, bro. All I want to say is that he don't really care about us. All I want to say is that. Sorry. Right? My bad. Go ahead.
But like that, I feel like there's unnecessary shit that he does, and I'm just kind of over it. Like, I remember, like, they threw him down the stairs in a body bag one time. I was like, okay. They dragging this nigga behind a car. I'm like, okay. And I don't know what it is, but I'm not trying to see this man, like, pop up one day and say, Darby Allin, like, God forbid, paralyzed doing a spot. Like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, sometimes you got to tell this motherfucker no.
So what you're saying is you don't want him one day to just wake up dead.
Yo, how you wake up dead, bro? How you wake up like and old people be saying that shit and be putting so much confidence into it. They be like, man, I just thank the Lord I didn't wake up dead. How? But yo, I'm not trying to see nothing like that.
That's kind of a part of the appeal of Darby Allin, is it not? Is that not a part of the fabric of his being at this point, of what we know about him over the last 5, 6, 7 years of him being, on the indies and now in AEW on TV, doing all these crazy dives, crazy stunts, being a part of the X Games, doing crazy stuff with Travis Pastrana and the Jackass guys and all of that, like Nitro Circus. Like, this is Darby Allin. So I wouldn't expect anything less of him. This is him. Tony Khan has signed a professional wrestler / stuntman who has the fear of fucking nothing, pretty much. So like I don't put nothing past him. I think climbing Mount Everest is a very noble attempt to go ahead and do. And
Right.
you only live once, man. What are you gonna do?
So you're gonna spend your time climbing a fucking mountain? Why not, bro? Like I get it. He want to do some cool. He want to do some cool shit where he throwing his body off buildings in the glass or throwing off ladders in glass. But I could excuse the spots because like we watched Jeff Hardy do this shit for years.
Yeah. But
he keeps upping it and he keeps adding on to it, and it's never like the same shit. It's always like, man, I'm gonna let these niggas drag me behind the car in a body bag. I'm gonna let these niggas throw me down some stairs head first. Like
I wasn't bleeding for none of you niggas. I'm not bleeding for none of you niggas. I didn't bleed for my own brother.
It's always new shit, and I'm like I said, I'm not trying to see this man like
wake up dead.
Like, yeah, wake up dead.
There you go. For lack of better words, you know what I'm saying. All right, let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Hook defeated Brian Cage, defending the FTW title. Seems like there's some type of inner workings pairing with Jericho. Nobody wants to see that. Also, Chris Statlander lost to Rio when Stokely tried to get her to cheat again. That didn't work. Looks like Willow is going to be facing Rio next week. I think she's going to cheat. I think she's going to win. I think Willow's going to the dark side.
Think Stoke is the is Don Callis of the women's division.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, making niggas fight against each other. Yo, fight.
Speaking of things that are that have been booked for the future, Copeland Cage 3 in 2 weeks, Toronto Dynamite and I Quit match after there was a face-off. Luchasaurus or Kill Switch slapped a dog piss out of Matt Menard, and they had a brawl with Daniel Garcia. Adam Copeland came out for the save. Chased off Christian Cage and to the parking lot. He stole a car like he was on Grand Theft Auto. And then, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, me, you, Copeland, Cage 3. It has to end. I Quit match, Dynamite. 2 weeks. Let's do it. So they finna do the damn thing. I don't really have any thoughts or opinions on that, to be honest. I'll have something to say after the match, I guess.
Let it be over.
Is that the quintessential ending of a feud between best friends is the I Quit match?
I guess so.
Hey man, what are you saying? Get it out the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So let's get into the big news. The big news from AEW Dynamite, right? The Bucks came out there and they teased that they had a huge announcement. So this segment for me, I believe, covered a lot of ground here, right? So Tony Khan, after Revolution, had announced that Sting and Darby, of course, after defeating the EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, to retain the AEW tag titles, that the titles would then be vacated. A tag team title tournament would be held to crown new champions. And the Bucks then entered themselves into said tournament. This kind of feels like that booking idea that I had last week is going to come into fruition, right? What? Where the Bucks enter themselves into the tournament, and whatever match that they have along the way to the finals, they just continue to change the rules to make sure that they win these matches and become the champions, and then they end up losing the final. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying, I'm throwing an idea out there. But this is what they did. They entered themselves into the tag team title tournament. So they're the first team that we got. Boom. First order of business out of the way. Second order of business was that Hangman Page put his hands on not one, but two referees during that triple threat three-way match for the world title at Revolution. They said, you can't do that. You can't do that. We got to put our foot down. And in order to be non-biased back there in these locker rooms and, you know, with everything that's going on, we know that you're our friend, but you're suspended indefinitely. Not only did they suspend Hangman Page indefinitely, they then said that in regards to Kenny Omega's affiliation with the Elite and their whole friendship, their stable, their faction, their group, he's fired. It's over with. Wrap that shit up with a bow. You ain't been showing up to TV. We don't know what's wrong with you. Y'all can light up the group chat as much as y'all want. We kind of busy, but Hangman, you suspended indefinitely. They said, Kenny Omega, you out the group. And I'm thinking you ain't just gonna find him 50 cents. And they was
Come
like,
on,
nah.
Charles, you can't find him 50 cents. Kenny Omega deserves 50 cents, man. You gonna fire me? Like, come on,
man.
Ain't no elite without Kenny Omega. Like, he needs to come back acting like prime David Ruffin. Like, how you gonna fire me on my day off?
So before we get into what happened after that, what do you guys think of the what they did here up until this point?
I'll go. Yo, this is why I said the Bucks are my favorite tag team. Man, they're giving me like if I'm gonna be evil, I'm gonna show you motherfuckers how to be evil. Yeah, like listen, yo, Hangman, I can't let that go. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be whooping niggas that I'm paying. So we can't have that. So you'll be suspended indefinitely, which means between 12 and 36 hours. And yo, Kenny, you're like, yo, fuck out of here. Like Kenny wasn't doing nothing, cuz like Kenny was eating he was probably eating some Fruity Pebbles and was just like, yo, what? It was a shout out to cereal for dinner, niggas. You know what I'm saying, even though Kellogg said no. But like, yo, man, like, yo, how you just gonna fire me, nigga? Like this wouldn't be here without me. But yo, I loved it. I love every single part of this fucking gimmick. I love every single part of it.
I had been waiting for the longest when they turned heel to like exploit that EVP, like sort of like, yo, where everybody's boss is. I was kind of waiting on Cody to do it when he was there. I thought that would have been a nice touch for him to turn heel, but I'm glad that they are using it, because the way they're using it, not only is it in a way to like advance themselves, it's comical at times. Like the whole thing, like, okay, they're like, man, we don't know where you been. They know the man got diverticulitis. They know the man at home sick as a dog, and they like, bro, you ain't been showing up to work. Nah, can't even do that. And what they did like next, like that was like the kicker. You want to set it up, Graham?
Set it up. All right. So last week, I don't know if it was on Dynamite or if it was on Collision. Or it might have been on Rampage even. I don't know, but I did see that they kind of had a backstage confrontation with Eddie Kingston, and they were telling him, hey, you should put on a suit or something, like maybe we should implement a dress code or whatever.
Hilarious.
Kingston took offense to that, and of course he came out after they did this whole thing and they made their spiel, and he said to them, by the way, I'm wearing sweats and Timbs, and he said, if you're gonna find me here, he threw a wad of money into their face. And they got into this whole thing where they were going to give him the EVP trigger. Coin drops. Boom. Kazuchika Okada is All Elite. Debuts on AEW Dynamite. Comes out there to make the save for Eddie Kingston. As soon as they face off against the Young Bucks, across the ring from them. Listen, man. Okada's
like
Okada, man. Okada's it's like Nas signing to Murder Inc. is crazy.
It was like Nas signing to Murder Inc. Like, yo, what?
Yeah, man. Hits the Rainmaker on Eddie Kingston, and the rest is fucking history, man. You see this handshake right here, the smiles on these faces right here.
Oh, yeah, there's millions of dollars in that ring right now.
Bro, like I was saying before the show. I was saying it before the show.
Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead and get into it now. Go ahead and get into it now.
Okada's there on a $13 million deal? He's gonna be getting paid $4.4 million a year. This man making more than some starting quarterbacks in the NFL. That's crazy.
Oh, that's Trey Lance money, nigga. That's Trey Lance money. And of course, he's the biggest. Okada, Mr. All Days Off said Okada is the third man. No, I'm the first man. Like, guess who's the A side of this? This is like Nas signing it. Like, this is like NBA YoungBoy finally going to Atlantic. Like, yeah. Guess who's here, big dog? Yo, man, it was perfect, man. It was so perfect. And then, like, especially after they did the whole, like, what we talked about earlier with the Kenny Omega shit and firing him and shit, and then you bring in his biggest op. You're just like, wait, what? Like, you bringing him in to replace me? Yeah. Like, but that's the biggest slap in the face ever. Yo, I love this shit. And the new little Rainmaker shirt is kind of lit too. You were saying Rainmaker means a whole different term now. So, oh yeah, this was great.
Yeah, that was a report, I believe. But I don't know if it was Wrestle Ops or somebody had put that out there. Fightful Select confirmed through their sources that was pretty much accurate. Yeah, 4 point something million a year, 3-year deal. So yeah, somewhere around 13 million or whatever in total. Barry Bloom is just knocking shit out the park. I don't know, man.
They replaced this man in a group like Eddie and the Five Heartbeats, bro. This man Kenny Omega gonna walk up to Okada. How does it feel to beat me?
But Okada is KD going to the Warriors, and then Harrison Barnes going to. That's KD. Like you just added KD to your squad. Like I need to be a leader. I just need to go out there and hoop. I'm gonna go out there and wrestle and win these belts, and then like you just keep giving me the money and don't say nothing to me. I'm good friends with Nick because he gives me all the shoes and stuff. That's Dior.
That is hilarious, man. I think this is a very interesting move. I floated something out there last night on X, on Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I said, Young Bucks, Okada, Jack Perry, run it. I think that'd be an interesting pairing. I think we lost Ben.
Yo, cry me a river, Ben.
I'm saying the only reason I'm throwing that out there is because come on, man. I keep my ears to the streets. I see things. Did you not see Nick Jackson posted on Instagram last week? The little picture of him and his brother walking through the shit. He gonna tag, you feel me, Matt, and tag Jungle Boy. Tag Jack Perry as well. Yeah. Jack Perry ain't nowhere in the picture. Why is he being tagged? But I'm just saying.
He just got jumped into a gang.
Maybe. Japan, right? Hey, maybe they use his power. Maybe they use their power to bring him back since Tony Khan suspended him.
Do we get a all EVP match? You know what I'm saying? Kenny versus the Bucks versus Tony Khan. Like, yeah, listen, you're fighting Travis Etienne. Shut up.
All right, man. Last thing here is that on Dynamite, as far as what we had Okada debuting, but also Will Ospreay defeated Kyle Fletcher in the main event. After that was confronted by Bryan Danielson. So it looks as if we may be going into a program with Danielson and Okada, Danielson and Ospreay, or maybe this is a tease for sometime down the line, all-in type thing, or maybe something else. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is Will Ospreay the Luka Doncic of wrestling?
Maybe.
Josh Allen?
This nigga is amazing, bro.
No, he's amazing. And
but what's your butt?
My butt is like, if he's that amazing, then you should just do what this is your show. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay is that amazing? Like, I would push him straight to the top, beat Samoa Joe tomorrow.
It looks like that's what they're doing, but they kind of have this swerve situation here as well. Like, honestly, if we look at the landscape of AEW right now, it looks like Ospreay and Swerve might be being positioned right now as the top baby faces. Am I wrong on that?
No, Ospreay is Ospreay is definitely the biggest free agent signing in wrestling that you can get in a long time, because he was like legitimately going between like all the companies and shit. But I'm just saying, like, if like he's that dude, like this shit, like I'm fighting my partner and we putting on 5-star. Listen, bud, like I don't know, man. If I was pushing Ospreay to have Ospreay at my company, like he would be like, "Yo, man, listen, score all the points." Like I remember that episode of Hey Arnold where it was like, "Yo, pass the ball to Tucker. Yo, pass the ball to Ospreay. All right, and then let him score all the points because like he's the best thing going over there."
So they're doing something wrong. They're doing it wrong.
No, they're just not doing it fast enough.
I was just wondering, because if we're going to get negative, we can get negative. We can have a negative conversation.
This is 6 years in, because we started this whole thing off negativity.
All right, let's get negative. Fuck it. All right, so the Dynamite ratings came in. They did like 780,000, right? I don't know if that's good enough. Like, I don't know if that's good enough. They got all these players now. Tony Khan said, I'm about to spend all this money, to make sure that, AEW is competitive. Our roster is the best that it can be. And we're going to really put on some dope shows. And we're in a contract year, so we finna go crazy, right? The last couple of weeks, they've debuted Will Ospreay officially on AEW roster proper. Kazuchika Okada has now debuted on Dynamite. Next week, presumably, Mercedes Moné is going to be debuting on AEW Dynamite.
Oh, that's just, it's going to be it's like college basketball for men's and women. You know what I'm saying? We want to see Caitlin Clark, not whatever Jalen's playing for Kentucky.
They announced Ospreay. The ratings haven't really responded. They didn't announce Okada. Look at the rating that they got. They haven't announced Mercedes. Is there some room to say that AEW needs to be announcing these people being on their show?
I mean, what's the point of the announcements? You know what I'm saying? If I think that the way that Tony Khan rolls out, you talk about rollouts and shit, his rollout game pause is not really, you know what I'm saying, it's rudimentary. You know what I'm saying? We kind of know what you're gonna do. Type shit, but then even when he brought out Phillip from 63rd out the first time, we knew it was coming, but then he just did it the way he did it. Yeah, but he did it like that. But with Will Ospreay and shit, something like that, but when the lines are not black and white, it's kind of grayish, storm cloud grayish too, because New Japan was pissed. We done lost everybody else, cause we don't want to let this nigga go, but we got to type shit. But sometimes you just gotta you don't have to be painfully obvious, but I think you have to push your people the way you want to push them.
Okay, let me tell you what advertising some of these people may or may not do for the show. Last time they were in Duluth, Georgia, I guess this place that they were in last night, they did 5,000, right? This time they did 3,000 as far as attendance, the crowd. So they were less people. Last time they were in Boston, they did 9,000 something fans in attendance for Dynamite. They've sold 6,000 tickets for next week's show. So maybe announcing these people would help getting people in the building.
But it's
if they're the stars that you,
though.
That's the dilemma, right? The surprise of wrestling versus being able to make money off of these performers showing up and making that splash. You know what I mean? I don't know. Ben, you have anything to add?
If pen's the paper, you know what I'm saying? Listen, do what I say.
I think Ben wants to move on.
Nah, y'all go ahead. But I think Tony Khan is he's a wrestling fan at heart. And one of the major complaints from wrestling fans is we never have surprise anymore. So I guess he wants to do that. But there's a way you can pitch those ideas, like the CM Punk thing, kind of allude to it, kind of make people already, push them in the direction that where you're going, to kind of make them okay, I didn't say it out loud, but you know who it is. You know what we're doing. I think you could find a happy medium in between that, because I remember when they debuted Sting and there was no announcement, no news, no nothing. Boom, he shows up and advertisers were pissed because they're hey, you got to give people the heads up next time, because so we can promote this, so we can make some money off of it. And I get like I said,
he said, "Fuck that."
The whole facts, but the whole CM Punk thing, that's the healthy mix that you want. You want people cutting promos and being the best in the world, or talking about straight edge, or talking about whatever. You can do that without directly saying this is who we're pushing, this is who's coming out, this is what we're doing. You can say it without saying it.
But you should know who what we feel about the person by your reaction to the person that we're bringing back. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you wanted Croza. What's up, big dog? You gonna come out first and do what? Oh yeah, calling Britt Baker the Jinder Mahal of AEW is hilarious. But that's your fault, not me. I don't know. It's sometimes wrestling is wrestling for a reason. You need the the little surprise element is needed in wrestling, but it's also about making money too. Now, So like I don't know what the happy medium is, because maybe the happy medium is booking the entire place in Boston, where she's from Fairfield. It should be at the Allenwood Park. So
that's
like I don't know.
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I guess we'll see. We're not engineers. We're not scientists. We're not insiders. We're not journalists. We're not writers. So, not our job. We're fans. So, Tony Khan, figure it out. It's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, make it work.
Yeah,
bitch
man.
ass nigga. 6 years in. Like, yes, we're the fans, not you, motherfucker. Stop acting like a fan and be a motherfucking boss. Nigga, Rick Ross would never.
Yeah, what he said. Where are we at? You guys want to do question of the week or whatever? Where are we at? Can we get into that?
A letter. We had this 6 years ago.
That's all you got for your freestyle?
Yeah. We just got a letter. Here's Paul Heyman.
Yo. Yeah, man. The news broke. What was it, Monday?
Hold on.
Those of you can't see it, listening audience, this man's voguing. He's doing a vogue.
No, I'm over here.
I thought you were voguing. I just saw you hitting the pose. I saw you in the pose, bro.
Oh, I think they like me. Don't disrespect me like that.
Oh, man, I thought you was voguing. That's my bad.
I haven't said that you from Baltimore in a long time. And like that was my favorite part of these last 6 years, was saying that you're from Baltimore. So you lucky.
All right, bro. I'm glad I built up enough good favor for that. My bad. Yo, this week, Monday, it was announced that Paul Heyman will be the first person going to the WWE Hall of Fame. And that got us thinking, who should induct Paul Heyman to the Hall of Fame? And you guys came through with your answers. Like always, let's get it kicked off with who we starting with. QFlow _music 215. The Dudleys or Punk. Okay. I don't want to listen to no speech by Bully Ray. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to I am James #1 CM Punk. You imagine? At DF 72811 Undertaker. He did manage him in WCW, right? Yo, this man hitting the elevator. This is sick.
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
Yo, at NLMB6. I don't know, but somebody from WCW, it's only right. Maybe Taz or Dreamer or RVD. All right. I saw a lot of people try, y'all was being funny in there saying, Tommy Dreamer should do it. Wink, wink. Tommy Dreamer. Like, I get what y'all going with this. Shout out to at the Line Drive, Stephanie McMahon. She's the only one who lobbied for him to stick around in creative capacity that enabled this whole last 20 years. It's either her or Joey Styles. McMahon on screen right now is like, should we? Nah. I don't even think Shane is safe right now. The niggas is making up rumors. They're like, that's why Shane isn't close with Vince anymore, because Vince want him to be nasty like him. I'm like, where are your sources at, guys? We just lying? All right, cool. Let me know. I lied too. Shout out to at Wrestling Fan. Gunslinging Tommy Dreamer. See, I knew it. I knew there were a few in here. If you don't know the joke, look it up. Shout out to at Crowded Saint, Tommy Dreamer. See, and the eye emoji. I knew it. I knew it. I knew there was one of those in here.
Tommy Dreamer? Question mark?
Dreamer. Yeah, the one, the only. Shout out to at Prince _Nas 101. Since you know who ain't coming back anytime soon, have it be Punk or Roman, since they're pretty much the only Heyman guys still around. Yeah, we know the other guy, he ain't coming back. Shout out to at Motormouth _420. They said, well, duh, it should be the greatest Paul Heyman guy. And it was a gif of Ryback. When they were trying to manufacture the next Paul Heyman guy, like, it was painful. They had, who was the other one they had? It was Curtis Axel.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
They tricked me. They tricked me a little bit, because I was a believer in Curtis Axel. I was like, hey, they gave this man like 3 wins over Triple H, a win over John Cena. I was like, hey, this might be the new wave.
Bro, he got the Intercontinental belt that was old with the white stripe that his dad had. Yeah. I understand. Right back, so.
But I got, let me go ahead and read the rest of them. Shout out to at T Ransel, Punk or Austin. I'm not gonna lie, Austin one might hit a little bit. Shout out to at Forever X __. I guess Punk or the entire ECW roster, unless Brock's name is cleared in time. I got news for you, brother. It ain't clear. You gonna have to dig up Johnny Cochran and clear that man's name. Like, bro, it's over.
Brock he's not even WWE, and he's bigger than the UFC, but he's not bigger than both of them combined.
Nah, and like on top of that, I think they took him out of the 2K24. I don't think he's a playable character. Vince McMahon's whole face blurred. They were like, nah, y'all not ruining the money on this one. We'll end it off with Monte. Adam Monte the Great. This man trying to rush me off the stage. Whatever, bro. This is the last one. The last one. The elevator music. All right. Monte said, good old Steve Austin. There's a picture back when Steve Austin had hair. He was stunning Steve Austin. Was he stunning Steve Austin?
Yeah, that was Dangerous Alliance.
And the big brick phone that gave you cancer.
Cause he playing Graham, where the fuck you find this Mega Man music from the first Game Boy with the purple buttons from? Like that's the craziest music
I wasn't trying to Sandman cousin and get him off the stage. I was just trying to set the vibe for for your narration. That's all. I didn't want to interrupt either. What I'm saying? That's all. I was just trying to set the vibe. You feel me? I was just trying to set the vibe. So salute to Paul Heyman. Salute to the wise man. Yes, indeed. He will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. In addition to that, we also got the news that Bull Nakano is going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as well. 2024 big action. Get it cracking.
Yo, I fuck with Bull Nakano. Long overdue. Like the same way that who you call Medusa when she was Alundra Blaze, like her greatest opponent, other than a couple of the other ones I can't think of right now. But Bull Nakano, I think it was WrestleMania 10 when they fought. But she's a legend and she held it down, and she was probably Alundra Blaze's WWF run's best opponent that I saw. They were fucking throwing each other around by the hair and shit and fucking double drop kicking each other. Yo, that shit was lit, cuz. Shout out to Bull. You know what I'm saying? She's a foundation member of this women's revolution. It started with her roots. So yeah, well deserved.
Really? I really can't even tell y'all whose ad lib that was. Y'all wouldn't get it. You feel me? Y'all not y'all don't got it like that. You feel me? Y'all not from the soil. Like Mercedes Moné say she from the soil. You feel me? That's just
I ain't never seen you. I ain't never seen you at the bowling alley or at the.
I'm just saying, but I ain't never seen her at Major Market. I ain't never seen her grabbing a pack of woods at Major Market. I ain't never seen it.
You never got a Happy Juice from the North Texas AMPM? Nothing.
Hey, when did she move? When did she say she moved?
9. She said she
was 9 when she moved. Let me tell you something. The only homeschool nigga that's showing up places is Tim Tebow. Other than that, we don't be going out nowhere. We don't be mingling like that.
Hey, listen, if Tim Tebow got a street, then Mercedes Moné need a street in Fairfield, because who else do we have?
I'm just saying. Yeah, she do need a street. I ain't gonna hold you. She need a street.
She got robbed the last time y'all was out there. Y'all even got May scared, man.
Well, that was in San Francisco. We're not San Francisco. As much as niggas listen, we're gonna give you guys a California lesson before we get old. Listen, everybody said that they're not from the Bay. You know what I'm saying? We're not from Fairfield. We're from the Bay. We're from San Francisco. We're from Oakland. All you niggas moved to Fairfield and you do goofy shit. And she's really from here. So all Airbase Parkway should be called Mercedes Moné Parkway, period.
I'm not opposed to that.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only one that got the lights that work.
They can give me geography lessons and shit. Let's go.
All right, let's okay, so let's catch everybody up to speed on the road to WrestleMania, right? I don't know how many of you, and I apologize for that, my phone just fell, but I don't know how many of you saw that 21-minute promo that The Rock cut on Instagram this past week. And given that it was days ago, I'm going to assume a lot of you saw it, and I'm going to assume that we're all on the same page here, because I thought it was a lot of information. I thought it was a lot of information. It was a long fucking content piece.
It was definitely long in the content.
Longer than your average YouTube video, even.
Longer a lot.
Yeah. Okay, that's weird. That's definitely weird.
Pause, nigga. Pause
on that.
Pause
no. Let's be grown about it, because we didn't use long with like any innuendo.
You left it out there.
I didn't leave anything out there.
No, you left it out there because you said it.
You went to go grab it, and that's nasty.
Oh my God.
I gotta, 6 years.
Ben, what's wrong with you, cuz?
I gotta go.
Ben, it's your fault because I know Graham longer. So it's your fault.
Yo, that was crazy.
Hey, yo, that was crazy.
All right. So I thought, okay, so check this out. What did I say? I said something on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. I said, yo, all this shit when The Rock came up with the Cody Crybabies thing, I said, yo, that shit was trash. All The Rock got to do is say some stupid catchphrase and y'all be on dick. You know, that's crazy to me. You know, like, I feel like as many years as he's been in the game, like, give me something new, give me something innovative, give me something different, give me something that, I don't know, I can get excited about, bro. Like, I feel like I can see this coming. John Cena's a Fruity Pebbles character. Baron Corbin looks like a STD, a walking STD or whatever it is. Like, there's always these stupid insults. Yeah, the Burger King shit. Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
I think what it is, we see this all the time in music and movies and stuff like that. He's learned his audience. He knows who his audience is. Drake hasn't changed up his sound his entire career. Once he knew he could get away with it. Guess what? Drake was like, I don't need to change anything. I could just stay right here. That's The Rock. The Rock is like, y'all go for catchphrases? Y'all go for me just like giving off handed insults? I got you. This man has been coasting off this for 20-something years, and I'm not mad at that. All I'm trying to say is, don't get mad when niggas expose you and they call you corny and they be like, man, y'all just don't like The Rock. I'm like, I love The Rock, just like I love Tuscan's son. But I've heard him do some of that same shit for the past 8 years. I know where he's going. I think that's exactly what it is.
You mean Tuscan leather, right?
Oh, Tuscan leather. My bad. It's been a while. Tuscan leather. Thank you.
I know what you mean. I know exactly where you mean, where you're going.
You were perfect. That was
Go ahead,
like,
CJ.
he's definitely the Drake of wrestling. Like, if anybody is a hybrid, a shapeshifter, a transformer of wrestling, of sports entertainment, of everything that's going on, it's Dwayne. And I think like he hasn't had like the the pushback of him coming back, because like usually when he comes back they're like, oh my God, The Rock is like, yo, Dwanye's back. You know what I'm saying? Dwanye, The Rock is back. So like we good, but now they're like, nah, they're gonna be like Cody more than you. Like the people that you were talking shit about, like he called these niggas like, yo, go smoke some crack, wearing a fucking Versace shirt. Like all these niggas like Cody Crybabies and shit. And like, yo, like this shit, like that shit don't hit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like that little, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, ain't gonna work for you no more, big dog. Like,
but look, after he cut that promo on Instagram, after everything that they've been doing the last couple of weeks, calling people crackheads and meth heads, like, I'm interested now. I'm invested. I like this version of The Rock. He's got me on board now. I'm not going to lie to you. When he told dude a couple of weeks ago, shut up or I'll come out there and smack the herpes off your lips, I was like, all right, cool.
That's all I needed. I love right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I needed. Okay. I hit the group chat. I was like, yo, The Rock just told somebody he was going to slap the NBA young boy off his face. And I was like,
what I unmuted for that part? Like, that is the funniest shit. He said he was gonna. He's gonna smack the 38 baby out of this nigga.
That's just rumor and innuendo. I don't know if it'd be a young boy actually has herpes, but it's funny.
Yo, but
he'll tell you. Like, yeah.
They say like 1 in 5 people got it. So I don't know how many people are in this chat right now, but
there's a parade inside his city. Yeah, you know what I mean?
They do that shit to try to make everybody feel good. But you know what? I'm like, nah, bro. I'm one of the 5. I mean, I'm one of the 4, bro. I'm good.
I'm one of the 4. It's crazy.
I'm one of the 4. The 4 out of 5. You count them like that's me. I don't know. I'm in that group, but the whole thing with him like kind of like changing it up a little bit because like let's be honest, The Rock is better when he doesn't have someone to answer to, and him being in this role of like the head of TKO and being able to cut these promos on social media and use F-bombs and say things like that. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that The Rock would be a better like management heel bad guy than the Bucks could be?
I think that's something to be seen. If they lean into that a little bit more, I think up until this point, he's kind of only alluded to the fact that, hey, The Rock is on the board and Seth Rollins, if you keep talking shit, read between the lines, The Rock will make that title go to somebody else, which I think is an interesting thing to say, but not to get too far off into that. He did mention that. And then on SmackDown, he countered Cody's offer for a one-on-one match and said, hey, how about this? Since you don't get to just choose to decide to try to have a match with The Rock, it doesn't work like that. What we'll do is The Rock and Roman Reigns will team up against you and your little girlfriend, Seth Rollins, walking clown emoji. And and so the rules and the caveat to this challenge and this counter offer was that if The Rock and Roman Reigns win, then night 2, Cody and Roman is bloodline rules. Anything goes. What did he say? Maybe The Rock will be special guest referee. Maybe he'll be the ring timekeeper. Jimmy can be special enforcer. Solo will sing the national anthem. Or some
break.
This is the first time that he acknowledged or mentioned or said anything about anybody else. So I like that they got them involved, and that set off a solo chant, which is pretty cool in the moment. And then he said, if they lose, then the bloodline will be banned, and Cody will have his one-on-one match with Roman Reigns night 2.
But I think I've said this before. It's
shit, nigga. Like you ain't been here.
Let Ben go. Let Ben go. We gotta stay on course.
No. Let him go.
No. You go.
Okay. Cool. This is why I said like the whole like I think they have to lose that match because if they don't lose that match and the whole like the Avengers thing, everybody pulling up, I think that's the way to go. Because John Cena kind of alluded on First Take that he's going to be at WrestleMania. What's he going to be doing at WrestleMania? He could be joining in to help Cody Rhodes finish his story. He still got he had beef with Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa almost chopped his head off. Like, yo, he got to get back in it for that.
Yeah.
He did almost murder, son. Like in front of everybody, like 60,000 people. No, I'm just saying, like, yo, like I don't need none of you mother. What if Cody just went and got made?
Before you do that, Jizzle, because let me just finish this up because we got to get into that after we finish out this segment because there was a rebuttal from Seth and Cody, and then we can talk about that.
Right?
Real quick.
Man,
so that's because I gotta. Hey, bro, sometimes you gotta put your dog on a leash.
Gotta put a post on this nigga, you know what I'm
just saying, just get the drinking and get the barking around like fucking pit bull and shit, growling and bite niggas and shit for no fucking reason. Goddamn.
Yo, man, 1 2 1 2. What do you think has come through? All right, you got it.
So they made this challenge. The Rock tried to go into his whole catchphrase, and Roman cut him off and said, "Hey, I need you to acknowledge me." The Rock then acknowledged Roman Reigns, threw up the ones, did that L again, which was very strange. Paul Heyman seemed to notice it this time, also very strange. I wasn't typically reading into it like that. And to CJ, I apologize to you guys because a couple weeks ago, when they cut their first promo on SmackDown, I apologize to you guys. Yeah. No, let me get it out. Let me get it out. I apologize to you guys because y'all came on this show and y'all said Roman Reigns looks pissed. Y'all said Roman doesn't look like he's feeling it. And I said, nah, they heels, they bad guys. They supposed to be badasses. They just trying to get over that they can't be fucked with. And Roman is over there seething because he like, yeah, I'm the nigga and this my cousin and y'all ain't gonna mess with me. Y'all ain't gonna mess with him. Y'all ain't gonna mess with the bloodline. And Roman was like, hey, check this out. All this, like, you coming out here trying to steal the spotlight, that's cool and all that, but like acknowledge that it's me that's moving the needle. It's me with all the motion. You feel me? Like, acknowledge that part real quick first before we get into anything else. Like, because I'll do anything for you. You my cousin, you my family. I love you. You ain't even really much talk to me about this match and the idea that you wanted to do a tag match against these niggas. And I'm just showing up to beat Cody ass again. So if you want to have this tag match, cool, but you better let some niggas know that I'm the tribal chief and I really run shit. And I apologize because y'all was wrong. I mean, y'all was right. I was wrong. And yeah, my bad, y'all.
No,
I really enjoyed that.
No, it was just like, no, you can tell like everybody's been that cousin. Like, you ever been the youngest in the family, like the last one to get born, and you just like, yo, Then like you get older and shit, and like the fucking like the star of the family, like the one that fucking got a fucking degree and shit, or fucking like got a good ass job and shit. But then like you got a good ass job too, and then you come back to like in my field, like nigga, like first off, nigga, you ain't better than me. Like even at your best point, like Roman could look at him in his face, like, which is so great. Like, listen, even at your best point, you wasn't better than me, cuz. Like, so whatever. Listen, like you have the catchphrases and shit, but I have this Superman punch and this gold glove. So like, so what is it? Like, yo, it's perfect.
So
yeah. So the thing that I liked was it sets up like a window if they want to go to it. Is like, okay, I acknowledge you, but that acknowledgement is gonna cost you something. Like, I'm not just like, I'm the head of the company. Just like, I ain't no bitch. You're not gonna get up here and make me put the hand over top of the mic as I'm talking. Like, yo, you're not gonna little brother me and make me acknowledge you right now. I'm gonna beat your ass later. That's what I kind of felt like. It was like, okay, I'll acknowledge you now. Yeah. But you gonna pay for this shit later. That was kind of the vibe that I got from it. And I hope that, if they do go that route, we eventually get like a Roman, you get the Roman, you set up for that for the Roman and the Rock match for next year, give the Rock some more time to get in shape and everything like that. And we can go from there. But I really enjoy what they're doing right now. Because I'm kind of glad they ended up like this, because Rock has been breathing some new life into the Bloodline, because like the Bloodline has been stagnant for a while. And they've been spinning their wheels, so this adds like a new element to it. Like it's like if you ever to bring it back to like Avengers or whatever, it's like the Avengers, like, okay, who's in charge of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Is it Thor? Is it Star-Lord? Like, who's really in charge?
He's definitely not Star-Lord, nigga. Like,
all right, so this past Monday on Raw, Cody and Seth had their rebuttal. Cody and Seth basically said, we're coming to SmackDown this week to give you our obvious answer. In the midst of this whole thing, there was the discourse about Seth Rollins saying that The Rock's new name should be Diarrhea Dwayne, and that most of his stuff gets over as like wet baby poop these days. There was a lot of backlash. People was like, that's stupid, that sucks. Seth Rollins cut a better promo, whatever. Just what did you think?
No, what I'm saying is like, no, the whole point of that was just like giving them the Diarrhea Dwayne thing was the same way it'd be like, yo, free Pebbles Johnson. Like, you can't see me. Like, yo, but you niggas been fucking cheering for this shit for years now. Every time he pops up, and that you love it. But now when I say some shit like that, even though I've been here, I'm the champ. Like I fucking busted both of my knees and still fucking like carried Raw with Cody. Like, and then like you don't like it no more. Like, so I understand that shit. Like, I knew what he was trying to accomplish with the whole little Diarrhea Dwayne shit. Because, like, listen, like, I can make up a stupid ass little catchphrase and say, "Well, you do that shit," which is why he had to come out and do a fucking 21-minute. Well, first it was a 15-minute fuck. It was a 15-minute fucking freestyle, and then like you know what I'm saying, no bars and running. Part 2 came out, and then he was like, "It was 21 minutes." So, like, I understand it. Like, I don't know. I think it hit the same, like it got the reaction that he wanted it, but like why not? You know, Constipated Cody is hilarious, actually.
Like I kind of picked that up too. Like even though I said like a second ago, I said this whole thing was dumb. Like I did know what he was going for. Like he said, it's kind of like, yo, nigga, you're not special.
Yeah,
you know I can do that. I can do that shit too. So. It's cool. I'm cool off it. I'm looking forward to them having their whole segment together on SmackDown. I feel like that's going to do really well.
But there's a reason the reason why the word "lit" is in alliteration. So like we good. So like listen, like if you want to do saying Constipated Cody, like my man said, or Diarrhea Dwayne, or Seething Seth, or Crybaby Cody, like whatever, like I can do the same shit. So, like, I appreciate that nigga trying to show that part. Like, listen, you ain't no better than us, nigga. Like, I still beat your ass in this ring, cuz.
That's funny. They had a lot of, I don't know. They had a lot of layers at the end of Raw when they had that Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso match. Like, Solo came out, Cody came out to combat that. Then you see Jimmy pop up. Then Seth runs out there. Seth catches a Claymore. And then Drew is standing over this nigga. Like, what did I ever do for an empty-headed fucking dumb fuck like Seth Rollins to go out there and go into business for himself? No, he said no, seriously, he tweeted that. But in this moment, if you're watching the video, this photo with Drew standing over Seth with the title in his hand, he says this title deserves more. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't disrespect this title. Do the right thing. Right? And he's got a point, because I'm like, Seth might be losing focus. He might be, putting his energy into the wrong situations right here. If he's planning on, remaining the world heavyweight champion, because Drew ain't playing with niggas right now.
Bro, this ain't Watch the Throne, nigga. This ain't fucking, I mean? Like, listen, their story is their story, nigga. Why you try to insert yourself in their story, nigga? Was the only story that you need to be worried about is me, nigga. I'm the most dangerous nigga in wrestling. Like, do you know who you dealing with right now? Like, you must not know who you dealing with right now. And like, you just overlooking me and shit. So like, fuck that shit. I would be the same way.
And side note, I also had like a question about this. Okay, what if he loses the title? And he asked, like, a couple weeks ago, he asked Cody Rhodes, he was like, yo, if I have your back, will you have mine? What if he loses the belt and Cody's like, hey, you weren't there for me? I'm not Cody. Seth is like, hey, you weren't there for me when I needed you to help me out. Like, you said that you're gonna have my back, and I don't have the belt now. So what's going on with that?
Ben, what has happened? What happens if he wins? If Seth gets smoked by Drew, like on some like Brock Lesnar versus John Cena in 2016 SummerSlam shit, because he was like too focused on some other shit, and then like Cody wins and shit. He's like, well, and then like Cody pulls out like, well, nigga, I'm on SmackDown, cuz like I got this belt now. Like, you say, like, you better fight Drew. He's like, I want to fight Drew, nigga. Drew just beat the shit out of me. Like, I want to fight that nigga. Like, what does that mean then? Like, that shit is fucking crazy, bro.
It means you have a match for Backlash.
Yeah, I'm saying Backlash.
I think that would be I think we got to keep Seth and Cody far away from one-on-one matches for a while.
Brand split. LOL.
Because like, if Cody wins this title and like people are saying like Seth should turn on Cody or they should be like going to another program soon, Seth losing again to him does nothing for either one of them.
But he lost 3 times. He's like Braun against the Warriors. Like, come on, dog. Like, you got that one time. But what about the other 7 times that you lost to us?
It does nothing for Seth to lose to Cody again. I think they should stay far and away from that. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan are going to have a one-on-one match next week after Liv interrupted her match against Nia. Tag titles are on the line with the women's division, the Kabuki Warriors versus Shayna and Zoe. And then the gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for Gunther at WrestleMania is, a 6-person match here. It looks like it is Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus JD McDonough versus Chad Gable versus Ricochet.
Chad Gable.
It's got to be Gable or Sammy, right? And it's
or Sammy.
And I'm kind of torn because it's like, who do you go with? Like, Gable's, in my opinion, got the better story. He's already like promised to his family and his daughter that he's going to bring this title back, and essentially, and
bruh, like, keep that
Sammy's
shit. Like, I'm pretty sure Benzino made a promise to his daughter before. You know what I'm saying? He released that shit. So listen, I don't want to hear none of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, who's better?
I'm just saying, as far as a babyface perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to book the babyface, like Bret Hart. Bret Hart didn't like promise to win a match unless he knew he was going to win a match, or guaranteed to win a match unless he knew he was going to win a match. Otherwise, he's like, I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna try my best. But if he went out there and said, "No, I'm going to beat Sid Vicious or whoever,"
somehow, nigga, like somehow I'm gonna,
he was gonna win.
Yeah,
old school shit, and
Gable should be the one to do that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's like it's an unwritten rule. The babyface doesn't lie. Like,
yeah, you know, like heels can lie. Heels can absolutely lie. I love promos where they just leave it, like when The Rock was like, "Yo, you had your chance. You lost to my cousin last year. You don't just get another shot." It's like, nigga, I won another shot. Like, what do you mean? Like,
yes, I do. Like, I make the most money. Like, listen, I make. Yes, I do.
I mean, I thought I made the most money out here, but then shit, they gave Okada $15 million.
Yo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going on. They got a Jordan Poole contract. And I'm like, damn, cuz, like, you get paid what?
But I mean, I don't know, man. What do we think is going to be the best way to go here for Gunther at WrestleMania? Like, because they can't do another 3-way. Last year they did a 3-way with Sheamus and Drew. I don't know if they can do another 3-way here. I'm sure it'll be a great match, but I don't know if that serves a well enough purpose. Go ahead.
I think that like doing like a multi-man match to try to save face for Gunther would just be like a slap in the face to him. Like, I think he needs to lose one-on-one, no bullshit, in the best match of the night to somebody like Chad Gable, or like listen, I love Sammy. Listen, man, I love Sammy just like y'all do, but like, if I had to pick, I'm picking Chad Gable, because like, it's just like Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable is closer to Dragunov, who's the last nigga to really beat Gunther, than Sami Zayn is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like he needs to lose. Like, it has to be something like one-on-one. Like, I don't want to see somebody like, listen, if you want to make the Intercontinental Championship like what he's made it, like, listen, it's a one-on-one, me and you type shit. And then, like, I think the only person that can hang in the ring with him right now is like Gable. It's like Gable. So like, I'm picking Chad Gable.
hey man, the man said that he was happy that his kids cried. It has to be Chad Gable at this point. Like, this man, you can't go out like no bitch in front of your kids. Had a man was like, yo, man, I loved every second of that. Like, you got to get your leg back.
Because we'd rather go out like a bitch in front of your kids, or like you try to fucking defend your kids' honor, and then you get the fucking dog shit beat out you again, and you're like, damn, this is even worse than the first time. Like at least they got some kind of moves in there.
Like, bro, imagine trying to discipline your kids after Gunther smacked the shit out of you, and you was trying to defend that honor. You be like, hey, go upstairs, clean your room. They be like, hey, don't make me call Gunther over here for your ass. I call him right now.
I got Gunther in the DMs right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just talk about Invincible. And then he was like, yeah, how your bitch ass dad doing? He was like, man, you know, say chest still hurt, but he chilling. Tell that nigga that you can eat ice cream for dinner today. Can you imagine if Gunther told your kid that he can eat ice cream for dinner in front of you? Nah, Gable got to beat him.
You're muted.
Everybody's muted, nigga. Anyway, Gable and Gunther should be like that. That's a WrestleMania night one type shit that you can do. Like right in the middle type shit. Like where you can give them like fucking 37 minutes to fucking just throw each other around for a little bit. Like because pause and then like it's cool. So I'm picking Gable.
That was wild.
Look, I said pause, cuz. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but that one had innuendo. So, I kind of...
But niggas that listen to this shit can't even spell innuendo. Like, they don't even know
I can't spell innuendo, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I can't even spell that shit. But that's just how I feel. You feel me? NXT, I'll give a quick update on NXT. They had Roadblock this past week. And it looks like Roxanne Perez is going to be facing off against Lyra Valkyria as Stand and Deliver as she attacked her after the women's tag title match. Was Lyra and Tatum against the Kabuki Warriors. Yeah. And she messed up her arm, had her carried out on a stretcher, put her in an ambulance, got her up out of there. So they had that attack, the return of Sol Ruka, which was really dope. Yeah, yes indeed. Salute to her. That's a black queen right there. That's a black queen right there. And it's women's history.
Drop a black, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, like Russell Wilson.
Yeah, man. Big action, you feel me? Oh, and also the return of Trick Williams to NXT. He attacked, you know what I'm saying, or came in there to chase off Carmelo Hayes after the match with Tony D'Angelo. So it looks like for Stand and Deliver, as far as the men's division, we are building towards looks like Carmelo and Trick, and officially, Tony D'Angelo will be facing off against Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship. So that's like 3 matches so far. Go ahead, Ben.
I know I'm gonna sound like a hater here, and I know a lot of people like this dude.
You don't fuck with Tony D'Angelo.
I don't give a fuck about that nigga, man. I don't care about none of this shit. I remember when he came in, everybody was like, "Oh, this Don character. Oh, this is the coolest shit in the world of character development. I love all this," and that's cool. But once they put the tag titles on him and the other dude, I didn't give a fuck about them belts for the longest time. I don't care about this nigga.
Can I reiterate that I haven't watched NXT regularly since they put the women's title on Lyra Valkyria? She's a great wrestler, I'm sure.
That's not her fault, nigga.
She's a great wrestler, I'm sure. I'm not interested in her at all.
She's Deonna Purrazzo with an L in front of her name. That's the only thing.
Hey, don't do that. Way less rest holes. Let's chill.
I don't give a fuck about feathers.
It's a choice, nigga. Just like fucking taking your vitamins and saying your prayers every day. Like, you know, it's a choice, my nigga.
Not my cup of tea. Just not my cup of tea. But hey, man, since we going to Philly, if we going to Stand and Deliver, I'll go check it out. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck is happening on that show for real, but I'll check it out.
If Trick versus Carmelo isn't the main event the same way that Gargano versus Ciampa was,
yeah,
I don't want to see it. Like, this is bigger than the title. Listen, I know Dragunov is fighting whoever the fuck, you know what I mean? But like, there's no bigger story if you niggas care about stories so much, wrestling fans. You know what I mean? Like, like they should be the main event.
Hey.
Because after I've been seeing this whole fucking couple days, you know what I'm saying, like, people are just mad like black people are the main event in wrestling still.
As long as NXT books Jada Parker, I think me and my niggas would be good, bro.
Yo, me and Imani and Imani was like, yo, he was like, yo, cuz, you see her, cuz? I'm like, yeah, cuz, I seen her, cuz. Like, yo, she's like, yo, she's the sexiest woman to ever wrestle ever. Like, yeah, you might be right. Like, you might just need to see Lola Vice though, because like she could like kill people in the ring, like with her hands, like for real though. But man, she's definitely top 1A.
Yo, Mr. All Days Off in the chat said Gunther's gonna spit on Chad Gable's daughter like Cam did that little girl in Killer Season. That is
Yo, hit her head with a bottle. We're like, yo, daddy, you bitch. A tour.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Wow.
But yo, I'm gonna have to side with CJ on this. That Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, that has to be the main event. There's too much story put into this. There's too much like all that like put into this story for them to like go with the world title this one time. We gotta have moments over matches. Sometimes we gotta agree to that.
This one time.
Dog, moments over matches. Matches over moments is what caused for Revolution to go off air and cut off Sting's freaking retirement promo. You want to pick matches and 37 false finishes and hella fucking Canadian destroyers and Tiger Driver 93s and all types of shit, but Sting can't even say, hey, peace to the people. That's crazy. My nigga said I'm getting cues right now, and they said cut that shit the fuck off.
Nah, they was like, hey, you got the press conference. This man went to the press conference straight, started telling on Ultimate Warrior. He was like, man, I've been off the steroids since the 90s. The other guy,
I mean, I know he did, but that nigga didn't quit steroids.
Hey, listen,
he said that nigga woke up dead one day.
He was like, yo, he was dead before. He was like, he wasn't dead because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was dead because of him. You know what I'm saying?
You can't
like,
wake up dead, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You can either be that or are that. So he was be and are that. He was be Arthur that.
That's crazy, man.
Bro, I don't. That's fucking crazy, man. Like, yeah, man. They had to be number
in the chat. Scott Halal in the chat here says that stuff always seems like a way to make money off of letting the speeches go online on like YouTube.
No, you don't say.
You could, yeah, because they typically be like, yes, put it up. Full segment.
Yeah, because like all of us here are old enough to remember when Monday Night Raw went off, you didn't get no clips, no videos, the camera stopped rolling, and if you saw anything, it's because someone recorded it and posted it up later. Now, what are they doing at the end of every episode of Monday Night Raw? They're recording that shit, putting it on YouTube, putting it on Twitter, putting it on Facebook, all social media sites. You damn right, it's a money grab.
Breaking news after Raw tonight, Cody Rhodes gave away a table to a fan.
Yo, Cody bought a house for a nigga. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that shit, but like Cody bought a house and gave like his cousin a record deal with Atlantic.
Cody finna be somebody's best man in a wedding in about 2 weeks here, if I'm not mistaken.
But what else do you have? Like, why not, nigga? Like, I'm Cody Rhodes, cuz I got nothing else to do.
Put the title on him. Quit playing. I have just two more bits of news here. Vince McMahon sold 5.35 million shares of his TKO stock, which is valued at about $412 million. Since I think September, October, around there, he sold about $1 billion worth of stock. And what's up, man? This nigga just cashing out his chicken.
Bruh, like the best way to get a fucking problematic nigga to go away is to give him more opportunities to sell his money to where he doesn't have to do that much. Because like he's an old, like, listen, like Vince McMahon is old and decrepit. He's an old, like he's like the crypt keeper and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like he can push like yes, no, like him selling them shares with just like you do your taxes on TurboTax. It's like, yes, no. Like, you know, I wasn't in the military. No, I wasn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? I didn't give no charity because I don't care about nobody but myself. So, like, so he got $417 million. Like, yo, keep him away. Because like TKO said that, listen, we're not working with him no matter what. Like, he sold his stock. It was like, well, we didn't buy none of that shit. So, like, whatever. Like, fuck out of here. So, like, yeah, man, let him do whatever he needs to do. Like, keep him as far away from this product as we can.
They're getting ready for a settlement. Big settlement. Let's go ahead and just cash out, man. Get the fuck up out of here, man. And then John Cena said he's got a hill to climb. He's got a hill to climb. Like, all right, man. That's that nigga nasty, bro.
He got Mount Everest to climb, nigga. Like Darby Allin couldn't climb the hill that he can climb, nigga. Like if Darby Allin was to climb the Vince McMahon hill before the Mount Everest, I'm saying he'll live before that, before the other one.
Wow. You know what? On that note, 4 pillars. Sammy Guevara was suspended from AEW recently.
Again?
This was in connection, I guess, to the Jeff Hardy match from a couple of weeks ago. Jeff they suspected he had a concussion during the match. There was a report that said that Darby ended up hitting his go to hell, the finisher, and I guess maybe he wasn't supposed to do that as far as going into the finish of getting the match over with and getting the fuck up out of there. What do you think?
I got a question. Okay,
yeah.
So that we see the point where he does the move, he hits him in the side of the head, but no one stops the match. It's up to the ref to say, "Hey, are you good? Can you continue? What's going on?" Throw up the X. Like, I'm not the biggest Sammy Guevara fan in the world. In fact, I don't really rock with him. But this falls squarely on the ref, because if you want me to stop, you gotta tell me. I'm not no mind reader. We've seen people finish matches with their arm hanging out the socket. They pop that shit back in. He didn't know that he had a concussion. He didn't know everything was wrong. The ref is supposed to go over and talk to the wrestler if they think their bell is wrong and say, "Hey, you good? What are we doing?" Like, I don't feel this one falls on Sammy Guevara. I feel like he's just the scapegoat in this situation.
I got a question. We don't work there, right? None of us work there.
Right.
Are we to assume that they didn't do their due diligence and that the referee didn't say something to him and that they don't know that there was a conversation between him and the referee to go home and this happened? Like, why are we putting the referee in this if Sammy Guevara was the one suspended? I would assume that they have done their due diligence as a company and have determined that the referee or the person that you know what I'm saying would not be the one at fault here.
Graham, like who's more likely to know that your opponent has a concussion or something going on like that? The referee or the person that's going against him?
I mean, you're the wrestler, right? You're supposed to. Like,
I mean, you're the one. Like, yo, like, did you tell me that you had a concussion? Because like, I literally fought your brother when he splattered his whole fucking brains on the fucking concrete like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So like, and we didn't stop him for that.
It's like he got priors on him, so that's why they hit him with that suspension like that. Because you already got some bullshit. Like, you already got like he's Meek Mill. Yeah, niggas don't. Yo, chill. Niggas don't like him, but he already has shit on his name. That's why I said he was scapegoating the situation. This match was not important enough for Jeff Hardy to get a concussion and for you to continue it. That's all I'm saying is like, why do you need to, go home? Why do you need to even finish the match? This was on Rampage, right? Short.
Yeah, I think this was on Rampage.
Just end the shit. Throw up the X. Do you realize how many matches? Facts. Do you realize how many matches that we've gotten over the past like 2 or 3 years where someone's gotten hurt and like back in the day they would have toughed that shit out and finished it and you would have wore it as a badge of honor, even though it's a life-threatening thing that we now know about concussions and everything like that, and then it puts in for the CTE and all that. Now we know all that shit, so that's why it's okay to throw up the X and stop a match. We don't care that much as long as the wrestler, the person who's involved in this, is getting out of there safely. It was a match on Rampage. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Hey,
I think
my bad. Go ahead, Graham.
I think an example of something similar to that happening, I guess like most recently that I can kind of remember offhand is, and I don't know if this was a live episode. I believe this was a taped episode of SmackDown, where Rey Mysterio got injured. Santos, it was the U.S. title tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Just ref stoppage. Santos wins, goes on. Rey's been hurt. He's been injured. He just came back last week, but shut the match the fuck off. Like it's over, it's done. Like we don't need to continue this. Someone's hurt, something's wrong, something's off. Let's go ahead and just, I don't know, safety protocols. Shut it down.
I think I think it's like if I was Matt Hardy, I would fucking feel like I would want to fight everybody because like I literally like all out like almost busted my entire back of my head on the concrete, but like
you guys happened to my brother.
And like you guys are tripping off of like
you again.
Like you. This is why I hit you with this chair in 2009 when we had to face each other at the WrestleMania. That was a terrible match that I didn't want to go to, but. I don't know, man. Everything can't be his fault for Sammy.
It's like he's. You go ahead.
I just feel like if AEW as a company decided to suspend Sammy Guevara, I don't think that we should insert anybody else into the conversation. And I think that it's likely that he deserved it. It's his fourth or fifth suspension in as many years.
But like, let's go over some of those. Like, two of them. Like, I give you like the whole Sasha Banks thing. That definitely warrants a suspension. Two of those.
Does it? I didn't work here.
Definitely. Bro. Hey, we found out. Hey, have you ever found out? Hey. Yo, no, not to cut you off. Have you ever found out somebody you was cool with? You found out, hey, they on some bullshit. Do you not just like, hey, I gotta separate myself from you for a little bit, bro? Yeah, like that's what it was. It was like, hey, yo, you high right now. Like I gotta move off you. But the two of those instances, the whole thing with Andrade and the thing with Eddie Kingston, I'm not putting either one of those on him. Those were those niggas reacting to what he was doing. That was them like going.
What you said though? What you said though? Those were those guys reacting to what he was doing. You don't get to choose
but you can't,
how someone reacts to.
Hey, y'all, man, y'all on some bullshit. Because when I was saying CM Punk had the right to put his hands on niggas, y'all was saying,
nigga,
hey, you can't do that. But now, because it is the same.
It's not the same, nigga. Bruh,
I don't never say nothing different about you.
Matt Hardy almost died in front of my eyes, nigga, and you still told me to go on, nigga. But do you want me to stop, nigga, because Jeff Hardy fell over, nigga, one time, nigga?
I'm just saying, what I always say is you don't get to choose how people react to your disrespect or your actions. That's it. That's all I say.
All right, real glass.
Just say that you care about Jeff Hardy more than Matt Hardy, and then we'll leave it at that. You'll say make Jeff Hardy all elite again.
All right, yeah, okay. They definitely care about Jeff Hardy more than Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy on his way up out of there. They're like, yo, we can give a fuck about you, bro.
Like we're gonna resign Hook, Hook getting resigned before Matt Hardy is crazy. Nigga.
Let me just say this part real quick, and I'll let you go, Graham. Like, yo, he's gonna if he ends up not renewing his contract. I know we talked about it on the show. If he ends up not renewing, he goes back to WWE. He's gonna have to wait at least 3 years for that Hall of Fame induction because he ain't going in by yourself, buddy.
No, it's like Kirk Cousins not resigning.
Man, I just can't wait till Matt Hardy cuts his promo and he says, "You know what they say to me? Which one are you?"
You ain't even twins, nigga. You're literally older than this nigga. I bet you they'll say that to Matt Jackson in regards to Nick Jackson.
They don't, man. They don't. All right, man. That's all I got, dog. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. We definitely appreciate you guys for tapping in, staying dangerous, tuning in, you know what I'm saying, kicking it with us another week, one time for the one time. Hey, at the Enemies P3 on all social media platforms. If you are tapped into patreon.com/public enemies, you'll have that Pet Peeves episode coming at you this weekend. I got to give people some weekend viewership. You know what I'm saying? Like something to do over the weekend. You feel me? You check in with us. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? On Fridays, on Thursdays or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of keep that conversation going on Saturday, Sunday or whatever, when you got time for it. You feel me? Yeah. Pet Peeves. Extras, Patreon. Tap in, man. It's available. It's right there for you. The poll that is on our Patreon right now is for the next episode of The Watchers. Would you like us to do an alternate commentary or rewatch of the 6-man Hell in a Cell match? Ospreay versus Michael Oku, or what was it? Blackpool Combat Club versus FTR and Mark Briscoe from Final Battle. The 6-man Hell in a Cell is winning that right now, by the way. So that's looking like that's what it's gonna be. So
we're gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, man. Hey, at the Enemies P3 on all social media platforms. If you're in Philadelphia, hey man, link up with the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? We can get shit cracking. Yeah, if you want to follow me, I'm at Oh My God Graham, everywhere like air. Still the public enemy number one. You feel me? Of course, because you know these niggas is finna let me walk into Philadelphia. All right, man. That's all I need to say.
I'm going next. Listen, add that trap man. Yo, I fucking hate this nigga Graham, but he's my best friend. But but shout out to him. Like, look, shout out to him. Like this. I'm at that's me. _that's me with 2 E's or 3 E's on Instagram. Like, follow everybody. Like 6 years in, you're welcome, and it's only going to get better from here. And I love my brothers forever, and you can't say nothing about them because like if you say something, then I'm gonna come out, and if I come out and start, you don't want that. So listen, shout out to us and my brothers.
Yo, you can follow me Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at _son_. You can walk in Philly with the belt all you want. You can walk in all you want, bro. That's cool. Say that little shit. We'll see who's walking out.
Yeah, we gotta do live predictions like on the street walking in Philly. Like at Patch Cheesesteaks or something. Like we're picking right here.
Like when Thunder Rosa does her little taco vlog.
Yo,
I like that.
Yo, anything
Thunder Rosa, please go to Philadelphia so Jizzle could stop.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. But hey, until next week, please take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you guys next Thursday.
Oh, and there's a reason why Bianca Belair's on the cover of the fucking game, nigga, because she's the most important person in the motherfucking game, nigga. I'm the most important person in wrestling. What the fuck are you talking about? Why am I on the cover of the game? Like you're gonna choose between me and Rhea, and I love my little Vegemite mama more than anything, you know what I'm saying? But like if you had to choose, you know what I'm saying, guess who's gonna get chose, you know what I'm saying? The one that they choose, the one that has the TV show, the one that has all this. Like, listen, you wrestling fans need to get a fucking life, nigga, and then live your life and touch some grass. You bum ass nigga, stop smoking crack.
Try not to wake up dead. We'll see y'all next week.
Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you made it, Rob. Some of you don't belong in the category. All right, no, that was it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.